Imagine waking up one day to discover that your loved one has simply vanished, without a trace. The police are baffled. There's no CCTV footage, no ransom note, and no clues, except whispers about something hidden far beneath the surface of the internet. The place where no rules apply. Where identities are masked and morality is erased. Welcome to the deep web. More specifically, the darkest corners of it, where some claim real-life kidnappings are orchestrated like twisted online games. This isn't science fiction. These stories aren't mere urban legends. Tonight, we dive deep into the real kidnapping cases allegedly connected to the deep web. We are going to explore horrifying tales, true crime investigations, possible hoaxes, and chilling open-ended mysteries that blur the line between paranoia and fact. So grab your headphones, dim the lights, and get ready. You're now watching the Grim Tapes. Understanding the deep web and its layers. Before we dive into the stories, let's first understand what the deep web actually is. The deep web refers to all parts of the internet that aren't indexed by traditional search engines. This includes things like private databases, academic journals, password-protected sites, and it also includes the infamous dark web, a small, encrypted part of the deep web. The dark web is accessed using special software like Tor, which anonymizes a user's identity. Within this realm, people can communicate, exchange goods, and perform actions without revealing who they are or where they're from. While the dark web has legitimate uses, such as for journalists or activists operating under oppressive regimes, it's also been used for illicit activities. Drug sales, human trafficking, and yes, even kidnappings. The Matthew case, a boy lost in the dark. One of the earliest disturbing reports to surface involved a teenager known only as Matthew. According to rumors on various forums and hidden chat rooms, Matthew was lured into a deep web chat platform by an individual pretending to be his age. They bonded over shared interests and eventually agreed to meet in person. That was the last time anyone saw Matthew. After months of searching, his parents allegedly received an email with a link to an Onion site, accessible only through Tor. The page displayed nothing but a video on loop. In the dimly lit footage, a boy resembling Matthew sat in a room, eyes hollow, unresponsive. Though law enforcement never officially commented on the case, some Reddit users have kept archives and discussions alive for years, continuously analyzing each second of the video, desperate to find clues. The Arizona abduction and the silent stream. Then there's the infamous case from Arizona, where a college student named Lacey disappeared after reportedly researching the dark web for a school project. Her browser history showed repeated visits to deep web forums and chat boards. Weeks later, a stream popped up anonymously under the code name Red Vest. Viewers had to pay cryptocurrency to access the full footage. Those who claimed to have seen it described a blindfolded woman restrained in a featureless room. The eerie part? At intervals, a voice would ask her questions about herself, her family, and her fears. Lacey's face was never shown clearly, but many who knew her insisted it was her. While authorities refused to confirm the existence of the stream, rumors of FBI intervention spread, and the site hosting Red Vest mysteriously went offline. Human trafficking networks and the auction theory. Perhaps the most disturbing of all are the alleged human auctions that have become a staple of deep web horror lore. Stories circulated about Onion sites where live streams showed captives being presented to anonymous bidders. Each person had a profile listing age, nationality, and in some cases, disturbing categories like obedience level. One such story involves a girl referred to only as Anna. According to leaked screenshots and chat logs, she was featured on a site named Black Rose Market. Bidders could chat in real time and place offers in Bitcoin. Some claim the site was part of a law enforcement sting operation, but others insist Anna was never found. Several users claim to have tried to report the site, but responses from authorities were minimal or non-existent. Was it real? Was it staged? The lack of closure only deepens the horror. The Doctor's Cellar, the case that went viral. In one particularly chilling story, a man calling himself the Doctor ran a deep website where he detailed medical experiments he was conducting on subjects. While it initially seemed like grotesque fiction, things took a darker turn when he began uploading pictures and videos that showed what appeared to be real people in distress. The backgrounds were consistent. The faces, always half obscured. But clothing and scars matched across multiple media posts. Internet sleuths spent months trying to identify the location, with one major clue being a cracked window that showed a very specific brick pattern. Eventually, one Redditor connected it to a long-abandoned hospital in Eastern Europe. When authorities arrived, the cellar was empty, but chains, surgical tools, and stained floors hinted that something very real had taken place there. Real cases versus internet lore. How do we know what's real? While all these stories may sound like creepypasta, the question remains, how much of it is real? In several cases, families have come forward confirming the disappearances. Law enforcement has acknowledged the complexity of deep web crimes. But the anonymity of the dark web makes it nearly impossible to gather definitive evidence. Fake videos, ARGs, alternate reality games, shock sites meant to terrify. All of these factors complicate the truth. But that doesn't mean real crimes aren't happening. In fact, many traffickers and kidnappers use the confusion to their advantage, hiding in plain sight beneath a veil of fiction. Survivors who escaped the abyss. There are rare cases where individuals claim to have escaped kidnappings connected to the deep web. One woman, under the alias Vera, told her story to an independent journalist. She had been drugged and abducted while backpacking through Europe, waking up in a locked room with cameras installed in every corner. Her captors fed her and filmed her constantly. She claimed she was sold from one handler to another through encrypted platforms. Her escape happened when a captor mistakenly left a door unlocked. Authorities corroborated parts of her story, including surveillance footage from a truck stop. She remains in hiding today, fearing those who once owned her. How authorities are responding. Governments across the globe have started forming specialized cyber units dedicated to fighting deep web crimes. Interpol has launched initiatives, and the FBI continues to run sting operations to dismantle dark marketplaces. However, the sheer scale and decentralized nature of the dark web means they are always playing catch-up. Even when sites are taken down, they reappear under different names. And with the rise of cryptocurrency and encrypted messaging, tracking money and people becomes even harder. This leaves many cases unsolved, and many victims unaccounted for. Is there any way to stay safe? The most important takeaway is awareness. While most people will never accidentally stumble into the dark web, curiosity can sometimes lead individuals into risky territory. Using Tor without understanding the risks, visiting unknown onion links, or engaging in anonymous chats can all have dangerous consequences. Educational programs, parental controls, and digital awareness campaigns can help minimize the risk, especially for younger internet users. And platforms like the Grim Tapes aim to educate through stories, so you know what signs to look for and how to protect yourself. So now we ask you, the viewers. Do you believe these kidnapping stories are real crimes covered in the fog of digital anonymity, or elaborate urban legends crafted to terrify us? Have we reached a point where technology has outpaced morality? And most importantly, if these crimes are real, are we, as a society, doing enough to stop them? Let us know what you think in the comments. We want to hear your theories, your doubts, and your experiences. Thank you for diving into the darkest depths of the internet with us. If you found this video gripping, insightful, or chilling, don't forget to subscribe to the Grim Tapes for more real horror stories, mysteries, and hidden truths from the world's most disturbing corners. Hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. The more we talk about these things, the more awareness we spread. Until next time, stay safe. Stay aware. And always remember, the most horrifying monsters aren't found in movies, they're found online.